We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
What? This guy is despicable. So since when does someone getting assassinated become like a MAGA thing, right? Like the man, like God bless his soul, was completely taken out in cold blood in the presence of children. And then this guy in his night show has people laughing, like, clapping like seals at the death of someone. And then he's surprised whenever he's let go. Apparently he's been let go. And I'm not one to celebrate someone losing their employment. I mean, this guy was making $16 million a year. And that's what he just fumbled because he couldn't just be classy. I mean, it's one thing to not like the guy. It's one thing to not agree with the guy. But then to be laughing at the fact that this was the fate that he met just because you don't like what he's saying, it shows really, it's really telling. And if this is what he's about, if this is what his group of people are about, then count me out. I don't want to be anywhere near any of these people because for me, celebrating the death of someone, even if he's my enemy, even though he's my foe, I don't care. I will be graceful. Heck, gladiators, even gladiators from Spartacus, right? Like, this is Sparta! They even have more class. After they've defeated their enemies, they have more class than this guy is showing here. And so it's no surprise that he's been let go. And for all of you guys that cannot hold your excitement, even though it's bizarre to say, if you can hold your excitement, then don't cry if you lose your employment. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel, he's going to be okay, right? He's been making millions for years now, and I'm sure he's been making sound investments. You could look up his net worth. I think he's like 6 figures in the million, right? Hundreds of millions of dollar net worth. So if he's talking, I don't think that like you guys should probably follow through with him because unless, of course, you have the kind of money that he has, which is the FU money, I'll be careful what I'm saying because apparently there are people going around telling the employers of people that are laughing at this incident. And I wouldn't fault them. I wouldn't shed one single tear for anybody that is getting their employment terminated because they couldn't be quiet. Nobody's asking for empathy here. I'm not a left winger or right winger. I'm just a human being. And as a human being, I see someone get shot in the neck in cold blood, in broad daylight. And for me, this is not about MAGA. This is not about Donald Trump. This is not about Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, whatever you want to say. This is unacceptable. And I think uniformly united, we need to stand against this kind of people and say, no, this is not acceptable. This is not what we do here. This is the free world. People should be able to speak their opinions. And as long as they're not doing any harm to others, then they shouldn't be taken out in cold blood. But this is just my 2 cents. And he's not the only one that's actually facing this kind of fate. Check out this one.
I made some stupid comments about Charlie Kirk on the day that he was shot. I said some things on Blue Sky and on Threads that I'm sorry, not sorry for, but I said them and I deleted them when it was requested that I do so by my employer. And then today on a weekend, I'm told that I am no longer employed at Microsoft.
Whoa. So this guy is telling us that he actually fumbled the Microsoft bag. If you guys don't know, Microsoft guys, they get paid big bank. And this guy fumbled that Microsoft bag because he couldn't just keep his mouth shut.
After 6 years, building the diversity, equity, and inclusion department from scratch, I lose my job because one of you, some random person, reports my posts to my employer, goes out of their way to find out where I work, and takes my job, takes my security away from me for a thought, for an opinion. And you talk about...
Whoa. So you're crying because somebody took your job. What about the guy who somebody took his life? What about the children who somebody took their father's life? What about the wife who somebody took her husband's life? What about the mother, the father who somebody took their life, their son's life? And you're here crying because you made a post, insensitive post, celebrating the killing of that guy, and was supposed to shed a tear with you?
Freedom of speech, like you care about it, and you're just going to take my money, my life, my food off my plate because I don't like Charlie Kirk? That's not okay.
Your life?
It is not okay to target me because I felt joy that day. I can't help how I feel. I felt joy. That's me. That's what I believe. That's what I think of him. I can't help that. So I don't deserve a job?
You're disgusting. Yeah, you don't. This guy right here is disgusting. He's the reason why we are where we are, why we're so divided. This guy right here is a danger. Because if he's saying that he felt joy after watching what we all watched, he felt joy, then this guy is dangerous. Because who's next according to him? So essentially, if you don't agree with somebody, then it's okay to just take them out because you don't like them. Then you're like, I felt joy. You feel joy because somebody that you don't like gets taken out like that. You don't understand that this is a slippery slope. Because where's the line drawn? Who's next according to you guys? Who's next? Who's saying something that you don't agree with that you consider radical that should then be taken out in cold blood? Just let us know down in the comments below. I'm sick to my stomach, y'all. Be sure to smash that like, smash that subscribe. Let's have a conversation about this one because I think that this is definitely a very slippery slope. And anybody that doesn't see this as a slippery slope needs to get their head checked. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.